Harper Audio presents Dark Saturday, a novel by Nicci French, performed by Beth Chalmers.
She isn't afraid. Being stabbed doesn't cause a stabbing pain. It had felt more like a punch, with an ache flowing through her body in waves, and then her legs had given way and she was on the floor, her knife rattling on the hard surface. She hadn't realized it was happening, even though it was with her own knife. She'd stolen it and kept it beneath her mattress and brought it with her, tucked into her waistband. But it had all gone wrong. Now she slumped on the tiled floor, her back against the wall. Her bare feet are wet and warm with her own blood. She hears a voice and a light is switched on. 2 strip lights hang from chains, giving out a dim, sour glare. One of them, the one on the left, flickers and buzzes. She looks down at her blub with a detached interest. It isn't red, more like a sort of maroon, and it looks sticky and thick. Her head sinks back and she looks upwards. She hears rushing feet, rubber soles squeaking on the tiles. All she sees at first is the green fabric of their scrubs. The faces lean in close. She feels hands on her body, clothes being cut away, muttering voices. "Where did she go?" The woman doesn't say anything. She tries to shake her head, but it feels like too much effort. "Where'd you get the knife?" The question doesn't seem worth answering. More footsteps. She hears a man's voice, one of the doctors, the Asian one. He sounds calm. A light shines on her, into her eyes, so that when it moves away, the darkness looks purple and swirly. "Messy," he says, "but it's all right. Where's the other one?" "There," says one of the nurses, pointing at a smeared footprint. Several more lead out into the corridor, and down to the right, then fade away. The corridor is dark, but the disturbance is attracting attention. From behind bars there are groans and cries. Someone shouts for help, the same phrase, over and over. "Get me! Get me!" She is an old woman, and that is what she always says, in a shout or a whimper, when she's awake and afraid, sometimes for the whole night. An orderly stands looking at the last footprint, then into the darkness down the corridor. He hears running footsteps behind and looks round. 2 more orderlies in their white scrubs and T-shirts. One of them rubs his eyes. He's been asleep. "What do you think?" "She'll be in wreck," says the man. "How do you know?" "The floor's locked down. There's nowhere else." "You bring the meds?" He held up a syringe. "Have you got enough?" "For a fucking horse." "She'll be really wired." "There's 3 of us." "Has she got a knife?" "She dropped it. It wasn't hers." "She might have another." They pad down the corridor, looking into the shadows on either side, listening for a movement. The only light is from the moon, in stripes through the bars and across the corridor. "Can't we get the lights on?" "Only from downstairs." The wind blows outside and rain splatters on the windows, like it's being thrown, then a pause, then thrown again. The recreation room isn't really a room, but a space at the end of the corridor where it widens out into an area with chairs and a sofa. They can see the glow of the TV on the walls, as if a fire is burning. The men speak to each other in whispers. "Shall we wait? There's only one of her. You saw what she did back there. You scared?" "I'm not scared." At first they can't see anyone. The TV is silent but still on. A shopping channel, a flash of cheap jewellery. Empty chairs, a low table with an open magazine. They see a shape in the corner, hunched up, arms folded around itself. In the light of the TV they can make out the tattoos along the arms. Faces, stars, spirals. One of the arms is stained dark. The head is bent down, hair obscuring the face. She's murmuring something they can't make out and begins to move her head down, then up again, each time banging it back again.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?